Welcome back everyone, this is Halo Reach Tutor. I've got another gameplay video for you. This time we're playing Stockpile on the map The Cage. I've had a lot of requests for some objective-based gameplay, so I'm going to bring you some here today, and as always I'm going to be providing you a lot of my signature tips and tricks that you can use to step up your own gameplay. Alright, so the idea with Stockpile is that each team has a designated base or a certain area set aside, and there will be neutral flags distributed randomly throughout the map. There will be a timer in each base, and as the time runs out, each flag that is in the base as the time runs out will be collected. Or in other words, it will disappear and your team will score a point. So the first team to score 10 points is the team that wins the game. Alright, so I'm going around the map looking for flags, using my sprint ability to scoop them up as quickly as I can and retrieve them back to our base. So that's the first tip that I'm going to emphasize, is that you want to favor the sprinting ability when you're using objective-based gameplay. Watch this sweet stick here. I love this plasma launcher. Really a nice weapon. Alright, so the sprint ability is helpful in Stockpile because you're able to get around the map quickly, get to those flags quickly, and even though you can't use it while you're carrying a flag, you're going to be able to get to many more flags in a shorter amount of time. Oh, look at that sticky plasma launcher. Absolutely love this puppy. I'm going to use it to clear out the enemy base here. My teammates finish off that player, and I head in to steal the enemy's flags. Now, this is a very important tactic when you're playing Stockpile. I've got my teammate giving me support there as I run with the flag. And you want to steal the flags out of your enemy's bases as much as possible. Okay, I'm going to give you my super tip at the very end of this video, so make sure you stick through to the very end. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about stealing flags out of enemy bases. Alright, so it's important when you're playing objective-based games to use teamwork, to communicate with your other teammates, and decide how you want to approach the game. Because it's important to use both an offensive and defensive strategy, right? You don't want everybody rushing out there, collecting flags and bringing them back, because probably the opposing team is going to be in your base, taking them all out just as fast as you recover them. So I'm using the grenade launcher here to clear out the enemy base so I can get in there and scoop up one more flag. So it's important that you have a few players on offense out there collecting flags and stealing them from your enemies. And also you want to have one or two players defending your own base, making sure that none of the flags are stolen out of your own base. You'll see I have a player with invisibility here who's doing that for us. So it's very important that you use communication so you can determine who's going to play what kind of role, whether it's an offensive role or a defensive role. It's also important that you communicate with each other so that you can provide support to flag runners. The thing with the flags is that when you're carrying them, you move a little bit more slowly than you would otherwise. I'm running over here to give this teammate a little bit of support because, of course, when you have the flag, you're kind of slow, you move slowly, and you're also very vulnerable because you don't have as great access to your weapons. So I give him a little bit of support as he falls back with the flag, and he's able to score that one. Here I pick up the shotgun and continue on. Now, one thing I will point out is that when you have the flag, it is a very powerful weapon. If you melee attack someone with the flag, that's a one-hit kill, no matter what their shields are. So keep that in mind. If somebody's crazy enough to follow you closely when you're carrying the flag, just turn around, whack them with the flag, and they're going to be one and done. So if you are chasing someone with the flag, make sure that you keep a safe distance. So here again, I'm providing some cover to my teammate so that he can run the flag back quickly. We're going to wrap this game up in no time at all. Alright, I am going to give you my last tip, and it's the best one that I have. What you're going to want to do is make sure that you have the sprint ability turned on. Keep a close eye on that timer. As it starts to run down to 15, 10 seconds, you're going to want to approach the enemy base. Now, as the counter continues to run down, you're going to want to sprint into the enemy's base with just a few seconds left. The idea is to time it just right so that you can get in there, pick up the flags, pull them out of the enemy base, and then drop them just on the outside of the base. Typically this ends up in a suicide mission, but it can be a very effective way to prevent your enemies from scoring points. That's all I've got for you today, folks. This is Halo Reach Tutor signing out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.